Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Guys, tonight we are checking out House of the Dragon. Now, this is episode 6, The Princess and the Queen. And this show has been in high gear, it seems, since the first episode. And I'm just really looking forward to taking the ride on this. I feel like I really am starting to know the characters now. I'm kind of in with the mythology a little bit more, so I'm feeling more comfortable watching it because I did only watch Game of Thrones once. So I'm having a lot of fun, and I can't look forward anymore to getting through this.
Yeah, the last episode was pretty wild. I mean, they've all been pretty exciting, but with everything that went down in the last episode, yeah, including the big wedding brawl and all the other drama going on, and the king, I mean, didn't look good for the king. So really excited to check out episode 6. So I say we get right into it.
Absolutely. Without any further ado, let's go.
And again.
No epidurals back in the day.
No.
Mother.
Do we have a time jump here? Is that what I'm seeing? Princess, that's obviously...
Wait, did they just say princess?
Yeah, that's what they said. That's why I'm thinking there's a...
Oh, you know, so I have seen stuff, a few spoilers here and there about time jumps and about younger and older Rhaenyra. So I'm wondering if we just got a massive time jump.
Well, so are we done now with all the actors that I just got to know and just got to fall in love with?
You know, with makeup and CGI, like if they had to actually switch actors, that must be a pretty significant
Be brought to her
time jump.
Yeah.
immediately.
The queen requests that the child be brought to her? That's sketchy.
Yeah.
I'll take you myself.
Rhaenyra's just going to walk over there now? That's a pretty darn realistic looking baby.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Pretty young.
The afterbirth.
Oh, Jesus, she didn't even have that done yet? And the queen's already summoning her?
A boy. I've just heard.
Yes.
Well done.
Okay, so he's new.
Yeah. Well, that's the, her
She wants to see him.
husband.
Now I'm coming with you.
Before.
I should hope so.
Let me take him.
I shall get no such satisfaction from you.
Just take my arm at the least. Was it terribly painful?
Oh, God.
I took a lance through the shoulder once.
My deepest sympathies.
Oh, jeez.
I'm glad I'm not a woman.
This is so bad that the queen is doing this.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it?
Walk.
He's making her do like this massive flight of stairs.
What could she possibly want? I thought we were past this.
Queen probably doesn't like that there's a new heir, especially a male.
We are turning back, all right? She can come to us.
Unless you wish to carry me down those fucking stairs.
Eh, you're halfway there.
It's absurd.
Indeed it is.
Princess?
Is that him?
Yeah, he's still here. Because remember, the
Is he the
princess...
queen's guard now, though?
Must be. Because the queen stopped him from doing the deed in the last episode.
Tell you fetch a cushion for the princess.
There's no need.
Nonsense.
Bring me the baby at once.
Happy news this morning.
Indeed, Your Grace.
What?
He's still alive? I mean, he's missing an arm.
Oh, his arm is gone.
Grandson,
I thought he was done after that episode.
you will make a fearsome night. Yes, you will.
Did the babe have a name yet?
We haven't spoken.
Joffrey.
Joffrey.
I do believe he has his father's nose. Don't you?
I don't think he's the father.
Wait, what?
She is really nervous about the queen having
I do hope the labor was easy.
Yeah, not so
I
much.
think I called the midwife.
I thought we lost him.
I know, so did I.
Sooner or later you may get one who looks like you.
Yep. See?
Oh.
I knew it.
Sooner or later, you may get one that looks like you. That is harsh.
I deserve some say in the affairs of my own family.
Don't seem so interested in our affairs, right?
Ugh. Blood trail the whole way.
Yeah.
Mother. Look.
Wait, what?
Well, how many kids has she had? And they got a dragon's egg?
Baby.
Ah.
Okay, yep, those boys don't look like they have any of their father in them, do they?
No.
Laena and I thank you, Commander.
Another boy, I heard.
So she's got 3 sons now.
Harwin wishes to be introduced to Joffrey.
Wait a minute, is Sir Harwin the dad?
Joffrey.
Yes.
Yeah, he kind of looks like the boys, doesn't he?
Yeah, the way he's looking at the kid.
Yep.
Back to the dragon pit for you two. We send out a search party.
Oh, so they have an agreement, it would seem.
Yep.
Sleep in front of the commander of the city watch.
It's going to mess with the kids a little bit, though, when they find out.
Terrible lack of respect.
A certain insolence runs in the family, I'm afraid.
Yep. That would be the dad.
Max to heal Princess Aerys. The Highness.
He's giving him a look like, huh? Oh, is that cool?
Siri. Is he going to teach it the old Dracarys command?
Either that or it's just going to be lunchtime.
Once they're fully bound to you, they will refuse to take instruction from any other.
Aemon, we have a surprise for you.
What is it?
Something very special.
Oh, those are probably the queen's.
Oh,
parents.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
the 2 boys of the queen and the king.
Yep.
We found one for you.
A dragon. How?
The gods provide.
What in the world?
Oh, they're playing a prank
Yeah.
on him.
The pink dread. First flight's always rough.
That's what brothers do. That's good fun.
He didn't seem to take that too lightly.
Well, he's uptight then. Gosh, have we ever been down in the dragon pit before? I don't know if we have.
Not so sure.
I mean, I know we've seen the one, with the skull, obviously. I don't know if that's where this leads. Is he gonna get cooked here?
Apparently got away that time.
Yeah.
They said they found a dragon for me.
The last ring has no legs at all.
But it was a pig.
You will have a dragon one day.
You'll have to close an eye.
I know it.
They all laughed.
They made wings for it, apparently. And a tail.
You shouldn't have been so crazy.
I thought it was funny.
The stallion was as silver as the moon on a winter's night, and the foal, when it was born, chestnut, just the most unremarkable brown horse you ever saw. Nature is a thing of mysterious works.
He's basically denying it.
Yeah. Like, it happens sometimes.
The silver stallion. How do you know it was him? Did you witness the act itself?
Consequences of an allegation like the one you toy at would be dire.
Still trying to get her kid on the throne.
What's the privilege of her inheritance? Without shame, she expects everyone in the Red Keep to deny the truth our eyes can all plainly see.
Princess Rhaenyra is brazen and relentless, a spider who stings and sucks her prey dry.
Ooh. Oh, he's changed.
I have to believe that in the end, honour and decency will prevail. Need to hew to that. And to each other.
Whose idea was it?
Doesn't anybody knock anymore? They got that from Fast Times.
Was it your plot?
Just in the window?
Mint is your brother.
Oh, he's a twat.
We are family.
Jeez.
Rhaenyra will ascend the throne and Viserys Targaryen will be her heir.
So?
Oh, you are nearly a man grown. How is it that you can be so short-sighted? If Rhaenyra comes into power, your very life could be forfeit. She can move to cut off any challenge to her succession.
Then I won't.
You are the challenge! You are the challenge, Aegon! Simply by living and breathing! You are the king's firstborn son. What they know, what everyone in the realm knows, in their blood and in their bones, is that one day you will be our king.
But for now, we're going to hang out in the window.
Well, fireman time.
It's Daemon.
This is Daemon making a royal entrance on a... I thought it was a red dragon. Doesn't look like it though, does it?
Wait.
Oh, is that his new queen? It's gotta be, right?
They were giving each other eyes at the wedding a few years back.
Proposal I wish to make in the spirit of honouring our storied alliance.
Your aim is to marry one of our daughters, Your Excellence. You might have said so and spared us the history lesson. What?
I would not count myself so deserving, my Lady Laena.
Daemon and her have daughters now.
Yeah.
Triarchy has made common cause with Corem Martell of Dawn. At any moment they may turn their sights north. Your family has dragons. 3 now. Mayhaps 4 in the future. My aim is to protect Pentos from the lustful eye of the...
Oh, he's got another little one on the way.
Your Excellence, we are travelers. We've already extended our visit here.
It's a most generous offer, and one we will certainly entertain. Siri.
Boy, look at Daemon helping his daughter with her homework. This guy's really turned it around.
I want my daughters to be raised in their homeland with their family, according to their birthright. At my end, I want to die a dragon rider's death, not that of some fat country lord.
I wonder what a dragon rider's death is, but it sounds pretty badass.
You know, just when I was starting to understand everything, we had this time jump and like completely changed everything. Uh-oh.
Aegon.
Somebody's got an eye for the ladies.
My opponent sues for mercy.
You'll have a new opponent then, my Lord of the Straw.
Weapons up, boy. Give your enemies no quarter.
Oh, I see we got a little bit of banging heads going here.
On the attack! Enough! You dare put hands on me!
Aegon! You forget yourself, Strong. That is the prince.
This is what you teach, Cole.
Your interest in the princeling's training is quite unusual, Commander. Most men would only have that kind of devotion toward a cousin, or a brother, or a son.
Oh!
Imagine how rough that would be having 3 boys and just pretending like you're not their dad.
Yeah, like you know they're yours.
You know?
Princess, there's been an incident in the yard.
That's one way to put it.
It's rumor. Only spun by the princess's rivals.
People have eyes, boy. Yet his grace the king, it seems, will not accept what his eyes say. This flimsy shield alone stands between you and the headsman. Willful blindness of a father towards his child.
I wish my father affected a similar blindness.
Have I not, these many years, publicly assaulted a knight of the king's heart in the defense of your...
Have your honor. And I have mine.
Wow, this is getting real tricky here.
Yeah.
Gosh, how long can they keep this up for? The boys find the wine or what?
My dear wife.
Princess?
Oh.
I fell down.
Is that his new friend?
It must be the...
After all this time, this is just what I need. A little adventure, good honest battle to enliven my blood again. He says there is a Tyroshi general there, a giant, they say, who dyes his beard purple and wears women's frocks.
What's a frock?
I'm not sure.
Do you know what's happened? Well, you've been guzzling all the ale in Flea Bottom, God to know what besides.
Oh, hey.
Calling him out.
You do not desert your post when the storm lashes.
The wise sailor flees the storm as it gathers.
Okay. Bit of an impasse there.
But if you wish to be a rider, you must claim that right. Your father will tell you the same.
Father ignores me.
He's doing his best.
Ooh, that's rough.
Rhaenyra has delivered another son.
Does your brother mention if this one also bears a marked and entirely coincidental resemblance to the commander of the city wall?
Daemon hasn't changed completely.
Everybody apparently knows.
Life has, I know, disappointed you. Perhaps I too am not the wife you would have wished for yourself. It does not pain me. I have made my peace.
I thought these two were getting along.
The man I married was more than this.
She's trying to get him motivated.
So, Tyland.
We should address the latest developments in the
Lannister.
Stepstones, my lords.
Never be shut of that blasted place.
If you ask me, I think the Blackwoods have the upper hand.
We've moved on to the Stepstones, Lord Beesbury.
And the Triarchies.
We must consider the cost to our subjects.
I must
The
agree.
cost of war is greater. But we have been lax, and the old monster now lifts its head.
Let us be finished.
The king, it just doesn't get any easier for him, does it?
No. Wife and his daughter are arguing.
Yeah.
My son, Viserys, will inherit the Iron Throne after me. I propose we betroth him to your daughter, Helena. Ally ourselves. Once and for all, let them rule together.
A most judicious proposition.
She wants her son on the throne.
Yeah.
Syrax brings forth another clutch of eggs. Your son, Aemond, will have his choice of them. A symbol of our goodwill.
Yeah, trying to sweeten the deal with the dragon.
Rhaenyra.
It's not going to work.
My dear.
Is she lactating?
A dragon's egg is a handsome gift.
You must rest now, husband.
Feels the earth washing away beneath her feet, and now she expects us to ignore her transgressions and for me to marry my only daughter to one of her plain-featured sons.
Plain-featured son.
May do as you wish, husband, when I am cold in my grave.
Alice.
Ouch.
Oh.
What is this shadow? Name it if it casts such a gloom.
You must have your reasoning in plain language.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, she wants to hear it out loud for everyone.
You will continue in your service to the crown.
I would then ask leave to take my son from court and escort him back to the family seat at Harrenhal. He is my heir, and will be Lord of Harren's castle one day. It is time he assumed his duties there.
Do it.
This is gonna get ugly. It's gonna get
this
real.
Is gonna get real ugly.
You going to help me?
This guy.
We should have known he'd be involved.
Lord Lyonel is to escort Sir Harwin back to Harrenhal to watch over his seat whilst he continues to serve as hand.
The hand is compromised by the acts of his son. My father cannot give unbiased counsel to the king.
It is now that I most rue the absence of my own father. He wouldn't hesitate to speak the truth to the king if Otto Hightail was still at hand.
You cannot say, my queen, that your father would be impartial in this matter.
No, but he would be partial to me.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, there you have it.
Finally, she lets it out.
For your crimes, you've been sentenced to death by hanging. I am prepared to offer you mercy if you're prepared to pay a little price.
They gonna take his tongue out? Why? What the hell they need to...
Must push now, my lady.
I've reached the limit of my art. The child will not come.
My brave girl.
Is he gonna have to make the same decision his brother had to make? What is she doing?
Dragon Rider's death. This must be what a Dragon Rider's death is.
Must be. Oh, it did do it.
Dragon Rider's death.
Yep, and now Daemon has nothing to stay for here. I mean, he's got his girls, but...
I will be a stranger when we meet again, Princess.
Man, and those boys are totally at the age where they need their father, like now.
Yeah, you know, it's like this dude went in like making these decisions 3 times.
That's true.
Knowing how difficult this situation at hand is going to be.
We will exchange letters by Raven. Won't that be fun?
Is Harwin Strong my father?
I think you know the answer to that.
Am I a bastard?
You are a Targaryen. That's all that matters.
Plain features. That's the queen.
As they say.
As the queen puts it.
Yo, I almost wondered, though, is that going to light a fire underneath the her boys. I mean, obviously it's going to create a rift with the other two.
You always said if you were absent from court, she would pour her honey in your father's ear.
The wise sailor flees the storm as it gathers.
Oh.
Laenor, bring him. We'll need every sword we can muster.
So that's it. They're going out to the old outpost.
It's all the people from the prison. He let them free, but he's going to cut their tongues out so they can't talk about what...
Yeah, who told them to do what?
I figure you'd still be able to write it down on paper.
Something. Maybe they can't write.
Yeah, they can't write, so they don't know how to read and write.
Oh, they're going to burn him in the cell.
What are children? But a weakness, a folly, a futility. Through them you imagine you cheat the great darkness of its victory.
Ah, the rats again.
Yep, remember we saw that.
But for them, you surrender what you should not. You may know what is the right
That dude
thing
did it to his
be
own
done.
brother.
Love is a downfall. Best to make your way through life.
He's walking away from his daughters.
It is said to be a cursed place, that it passes judgment on all who pass beneath its gates.
You pass judgment.
Queen makes a wish. What servant of the realm would not strive to fulfill it?
Oh.
He's putting it back on her.
Assume you will write to your father now?
Larys, I did not wish
Did he take out his dad then too?
His dad and his brother, they were both in
I thought maybe his dad got out. This guy is slimy as they come.
I think the queen is starting to realize that maybe she should have been careful who she was spilling her tongue to.
Because now he wants Otto to come back. Holy cow, guys. What an episode. Jeez, I mean, so that was it. That was episode 6. And sure enough, just as I was saying, I was starting to get the hang of all the characters and getting used to seeing everybody. They go and do what was apparently a 10-year time jump on us and mix everything up. So now we have new actors, new actresses. We have new stories developing and unfolding, and way more backstabbing. Man, it's those. I tell you, Rhaenyra's kids, those boys are gonna be pissed, and I wonder. I just wonder who's gonna take the fatherly role there. You almost wonder if maybe her husband is gonna maybe kind of see the way of things or whatever. Maybe he'll step up the training because he said he's a knight. He's got skills. I don't think he's just a tourney knight, as they reference. So maybe he's gonna step in there. Maybe that's a possibility. We got the queen, who essentially ordered the deleting of the Hand and her brother in a roundabout way, or the Hand and his son rather, by the other son. And now Daemon has lost his wife and unborn child, and now he's at kind of a weird impasse or a crossroads himself with his 2 daughters and what he's going to do. And the last thing his wife said to him was, "You were more than this when I met you." So I got a feeling we haven't seen the last of Daemon, just kind of hanging out and being on vacation.
Well, the first thing that I thought when we see Daemon losing his wife and has his 2 daughters, and Rhaenyra losing her the father of her sons and moving away, is, are we going to see Rhaenyra and Daemon come back together? Because that was a storyline, as so many of you have shared in the comments. It's not uncommon for Targaryens to have marriages between people of very close relationships. But it was an interesting episode because there wasn't a ton of action, but a lot of plotting and scheming and setting up. We had the story of the 3 boys. That's a brazen storyline because we know from previous episodes that, look, it's a major thing back then to have a child out of wedlock, even to have sex out of wedlock, right?
Yeah.
And not only did she have one son, she had three. And basically they made it sound like, look, everybody knows.
Yeah.
Everybody knows. The boys don't look anything like their father.
No.
And they did a great casting job finding young men who looked exactly like the real father. But yeah, not a real action-packed episode. I will say, for as sad as it was, to see the dragon rider's death, and to see even like the conflict within the dragon itself, because if they've said in the episode, and as we've learned, they bond to one person, and they have a very close bond. And they, of course, in the Game of Thrones series, she was mother of the dragons. They were like her children. So it was interesting seeing the emotion and the difficulty that the dragon had. Normally when they command Dracarys, it's
yep, and that's it. Yeah.
And the dragon had a very difficult time with it. Given what we've been shown as, the intense nature of the dragon's breath, I'm guessing it's a relatively quick and painless death. Of course, burning is from what I understand, one of the worst ways you can go. But given the nature of again the heat and the dragon's breath, I'm imagining, I don't know, it was cool. It's like you get a knight's death. People ask for a warrior's death, a gladiator's death, and she just wanted a dragon rider's death, and it was pretty badass the way they played that out. So again, not a ton of action, but a lot of really good plotting and scheming, which is what we've come to know from all things Game of Thrones. So I'm really excited for episode 7 to see what happens next.
Yeah, we definitely had to get the notebooks out on this one and keep track of everything that was going on. You had a good point there, Oak, with because now Daemon and Rhaenyra are both kind of lost a little bit. And,
absolutely.
And if they do come together, then they're going to have the strength of those two houses, and who knows what that does to the leadership and the royalty once the king. I thought we lost him after the last episode. I don't know how he's hanging on.
Well, now we have
lefty.
If Rhaenyra and Daemon were to get together, you have the king's brother.
Yep.
Right.
And the king's daughter.
And the king's daughter, and the king's grandchildren, a grandson, which at this point their father is out of the picture, so she can make whatever claim she wants as to who their real father is.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose the only problem would be that Rhaenyra is still married to the Lewis Hamilton lookalike. So,
yeah. But a lot of really interesting storylines. Another great episode. Like I said, not as much action, but really good plotting, really good scheming, and really good plot development after this 10-year jump. And it feels like when you do something like a 10-year jump, you have to say, okay, this is where we're at. This is what's happened over the course of the past 10 years. Try to get us caught up. And I felt like that's what this episode was. Yep. So it's good that it was slower, because you can't do like a 10-year time jump and just be like, and just expect people, hey, by the way, we're 10 years in advance. Just pick up where we left off. No, we need to know a little bit about what happened, the change in the dynamics of relationships, who's where, and all the details and ins and outs. And I think they did a really good job with that in this episode.
Yeah, I like the way they did it, because normally when there's a story to be told like that, they kind of have a newcomer come into the picture, and that newcomer is kind of told everything and what the details are, and we kind of see it through their eyes. They didn't necessarily do that, but I think they did a good enough job without having to beat us over the head to kind of get us up to speed with what was going on. So that was well done.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, for the Appleton Oak, I'm Mason Quinn. This has been Bad Medicine. You guys are doing great in the comments, letting us know what's going on. Keep that up. Make sure you keep the subs up and the likes, and we will see you on the next Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon.